Good morning to everyone. Welcome back to the online classes. Today is a continuation of the earlier class. We are going to continue with the topic called as forest using and protecting. In the last class we have seen what is a forest, why we have to protect the forest, what are the uses of the forest. So when we have seen all these things, let us see particularly about the forest in Telangana. So today we are going to discuss about forest in Telangana and what are the steps taken by the government of Telangana to increase the forest, to increase the forest area in Telangana. First of all, why should we increase? Already we have learned what are the uses of forest. So same, we can recall that there are many uses of forest. So even the government is very keen to increase the forest in Telangana because of the advantages. The most important advantage is environmental balance. If we have to maintain the ecological and environmental balance, we have to increase the forest area, or we have to maintain a certain level of area, a certain kilometers, certain meters of area as a forest. It is compulsory. So today we are going to see the steps taken by the government of Telangana to increase the area of forest in Telangana. So we are going to see initiation, that is steps. INICATION. Initiation means the steps taken by the government to increase the forest. So here, when we talk about the steps taken by the government, particularly in the year 2015, the government of Telangana started a program called Haritaharam, and it has decided that within the next 4 years, from 2015 to 2019, almost for 4 years, every year they are going to plant some siblings. Remember, siblings, not trees. Siblings. In a local language we call mokkalu. So we have to plant siblings, not trees. Okay. So here, but within the 4 years, they have decided that they are going to plant 230 crores of siblings in Telangana. So where they are going to plant this? So the barren lands, open lands, roadsides, colleges, offices, universities, where the water resources are abundant. They select those places and plant the seedlings. See that those seedlings grow into plants, because it is compulsory. We have to maintain the required balanced, that is according to environmentalists, whatever total area of any region is there, 33% of that area has to be a forest area. Then only the people in that area can have a proper environmental balance. Otherwise, environmental imbalances will take place. So to avoid that, the Telangana government has taken an initiation that in 2015 that they are going to plant 230 crores of siblings in different places wherever it is possible to control the pollution. So why they have taken this initiation? That is simple thing, to control the environment, to increase the rainfall. Yes. Trees help to increase in the rainfall. Abundant rainfall can be possible only through the proper plantation, that is forest area. So if we, simple thing is, if we protect the forest, then the forest will protect us. Simply you can say that when we protect the nature, nature will protect us. So it is compulsory that we have to conserve our natural resources. Forest is one of the major natural resources. I hope everybody understood why the initiation, the steps taken by the government to increase the plantation in Telangana. So in our next topic we are going to talk about tribal people and the relationship of tribal people in forest. Okay, now we are going to start about tribal people and forest. So let me start the relationship of tribal people and forest. How the forest and tribal people are linked with each other. Tribal and forest. So whenever you think of forest, whenever you come to an idea of forest, imagination, then immediately you come to an idea of people living in the area. That is, the people who live in the forest are called as tribal people. Forest provide many resources to the people, especially to the poor people who are living in and around the villages. So we get many things from the forest, as we have already studied. We get major produce, major things, and we get minor things also. We get the major and minor. We know major in the sense very large or very important. Minor, very small things. But small things are always important in our life. So when we see non-timber forest produce, NTFP, non-timber forest produce, which means small, other than timber, the small things like minor products, like we get honey, herbs, then fruits, so many other things. You will be shocked to know that there are almost 60 products, approximately 60 types of things, different things we get in the forest. So 60 types of things we get in the forest. So the people, what we call as the tribals, so the tribals or the people in and around living in the forest, villagers, they generally collect these minor things from the forest, sell them in the towns, cities, earn a little income for them. So unlike like the plain villages, tribal system is completely different. When we talk about tribal system, the tribal system is like there will be a clan, the number of members living in a particular place, doing the farming. We call it as zone cultivation or shifting cultivation. We can call it as Podu cultivation. Generally we call it as Podu cultivation. So tribals adopt these kind of methods, live in the forest, do the farming, collect the minor things and have a survival. It is a custom for them, customary things for them. They do it regularly, they depend on those things only. So we can see that the tribals living in the forest area, for a particular period of time, they do the cultivation for some years. After some years, they change that particular area, that is they shift to the other area and they start cultivation in that other place. But they don't leave this the earlier place as barren. They put some siblings, take care that there should be some plants grow in future, so that the forest area can be maintained. If you see, there is no particular forest records. There is no, see, what we call generally, this land belongs to particular person. What is the proof? There are records maintained by the government, of course, but we don't have any records. If you go into the earlier, like 100 years before or 200 years before, the people living in the forest area, they don't have any records. This land belongs to the particular person. That is not there. Wherever they get a particular place, they used to do farming, and this all controlled by the head of the village or the clan. Whenever the family increases, the members in the family increases, the clan head of the clan used to provide them, ask him to select some particular place, start cultivation there. So in this way, tribal system was completely different from the system in urban cities and towns. We call it as Podu fields. We generally call it as Podu fields. So we will continue in our next class.